Welcome to the PATRIZIA News. Today sees the launch of the 5th annual PATRIZIA Client Survey. The survey saw 110 clients participate from across the globe and provides a valuable insight into sentiment towards the world of real asset investing. We've dug into the data, and here are the headlines. Positive real estate sentiment returns. For the first time since 2022, more institutional investors expect asset valuations to rise than fall, with 39% forecasting increases over the next 2 years, a dramatic rebound from just 2% in 2023 and 27% in 2024. Optimism is also growing around returns. 80% of respondents now expect total returns to either rise or remain stable, extending a steady upward trend from 64% last year and 45% the year before. Joining us on video link now is Mardy McCrane, PATRIZIA Co-Head of Fund Management and Head of Fund Management Real Estate, for a comment on this trend. So Mardy, what is the significance of these statistics?
I think the rebound in sentiment marks a key turning point. After 2 very cautious years, confidence is returning at last as valuations stabilize and the appetite grows across real estate strategies. In this new cycle, investors are well positioned to tap into the structural growth coming from megatrends such as digitalization, urbanization, the energy transition, and the living transition.
Thank you, Mardy. Our second headline from the report centres on the continuation of the decade of infrastructure. Investors continue growing their infrastructure allocations, confirming a consistent multi-year trend that reflects the strategic relevance of the asset class. 35% of institutional investors plan to increase their infrastructure exposure, while 57% expect to keep their allocations as of today. The continued growth is supported by improving investment choices. 80% of investors report better investment opportunities today than in previous years, a sharp rise from just 48% in 2023 and 73% in 2024. In addition to this, the convergence of real estate and infrastructure, or re-infra as we call it at PATRIZIA, is a growing trend. More than 86% of investors now view combined re-infra strategies as attractive or are open to exploring them, highlighting a growing appetite for integrated, sustainable and smart investment approaches. Joining me to discuss these results is PATRIZIA Head of Fund Management Infrastructure, Graham Matthews. Graham, is this further evidence that we are in the decade of infrastructure?
Yes, 100%. The decade of infrastructure is really driven by strong investor appetite and the need to modernise the physical assets that underpin economic growth and support global megatrends. Public-private partnerships are expanding and investment options are broader than ever before across a broad range of risk profiles and infrastructure sectors. And also on the re-infra point, the convergence of real estate and infrastructure is no longer a future vision, it's already happening.
Our third headline concerns clients' firm stance on ESG. Despite ongoing challenges, 69% of institutional investors plan to further integrate ESG criteria into their investment processes, reflecting a majority view in terms of deepening sustainability considerations. On this point, I am joined by Edward Pugh, PATRIZIA Head of Investment Management Sustainability. So Edward, what's your take on the data?
Well, Andrew, even amid this uncertainty, one message is clear. ESG is no longer a peripheral concern. It is a central lens through which risk, value and long-term performance are being reassessed. And the investors who adapt the fastest will be best positioned to lead in the next era of real asset investing.
Thank you, Edward. And our final headline today is Megatrend Focus endorsed by clients. The company believes the sector will recover strength in this new cycle, and this has been reflected in the renewed real estate investing appetite and continued interest in infrastructure. More broadly, PATRIZIA's investment focus is driven by the dual megatrends of digitalisation, urbanisation, energy transition, and modern living. For more on the megatrend point and for an overall takeaway on the survey, I'm joined by Konrad Finkenzeller, PATRIZIA Head of Client Division, who is calling in from Augsburg.
Thanks, Andrew. On the question about investor allocations to the megatrends, we saw a significant net positive percentage increase across the board. 46% of investors plan to increase or significantly increase their allocation to digital and energy transition investments over the next 5 years. For the urban and living transition, the percentages are 29 and 26%. This is the 5th year we have run the survey, with more clients with a wider geographical footprint taking part. As always, the insights provided are very valuable to us and serve as an excellent benchmark for our strategic focus and its resonance with the people who matter most, our investors. Thank you to everyone who participated, and I look forward to our continuing conversations.
Thank you, Conrad. So, there you have it. A reminder of the main headlines from PATRIZIA's 2025 client survey. Positive real estate sentiment returns, the decade of infrastructure continues, investors remain resolute on ESG, and megatrend focus endorsed by clients. For a more comprehensive summary, you can read the PATRIZIA press release, which links to the data in more detail. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon for more insights from PATRIZIA.